What's up everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. So today I'm going to do a special 10k subscriber Q&A. I asked you to ask me some questions. There were not many. It is what it is, but I'm going to answer them either way. Funny story. I've already had a snake going down this wall and it was this big. So let me show you. You guys know I'm a extremely tall guy. Like I'm like 2 meters 50. So that snake was probably like 10 meters long. No, I'm joking. Okay, the snake was maybe like 2 meters long, which is very much. It's a lot. I was a kid. I was like 10, maybe not that much, but let's jump into the Q&A. So the first question is, how long have you been trading and how old were you when you started? So I actually started when I was 18 years old, which I'm very grateful for. Like I started with forex signals. That's the only part that is unfortunate, but overall I started with 18. Like this is a great opportunity. I'm currently 21, almost 22, so I've been trading for around 3.5 years, almost 3.5 years, yeah. How many pairs do you trade? So I trade 4 pairs when I trade only price action on the 1 hour time frame, and I trade only 1 pair when I'm trading smart money concepts, which is Euro US dollar. And the 4 pairs that I trade are Euro dollar, Aussie dollar, Euro Japanese yen, and Aussie Japanese yen. Now this is kind of people asking me about the transition to smart money. How are you finding smart money concepts? I'm really enjoying it, even though it's definitely more complex. At least I like it. Photon or Phantom? This is a question that I get a lot. Me personally, I would say that you are good with both. Both have everything that you might need, so flip a coin and let that decide for you. Would you say you are consistent, or you are at the point where a losing streak would never affect you? So I would say that a losing streak would always affect anyone. Like even if you are extremely profitable and you become let's say a millionaire while you are trading, if you get a 10 trade losing streak and you're risking 1%, that still is 10% of your account. It's just different amounts of capital. And if I would say that I am consistent yet, I would say yes. I really do believe that I have passed that consistency benchmark when it comes to trading price action. Now, when it comes to trading smart money, there's a lot of things that I have to do in order to achieve that consistency. But currently, yes, I am indeed finding consistent returns every single month for the past maybe 8 months. Yeah, something like that, or almost a year. Would you say that the mental stress in trading is equivalent to the physical stress in having a 9 to 5 job? There are different things. You can compare mental stress with physical stress. It's completely different. So I would say that trading is a very hard job. It is. Even though some people might say, oh, you're just sitting at a desk, you're watching fucking charts or whatever. It's like, yeah, but you take the mental burden of taking losses in a row or whatever. Like, it's not pleasurable. But then if I were to work in a very physical labor job, like that's also very, very hard. So each of them have their hardships, so keep that in mind, and there's no need to compare, I would say. Smart money concepts in higher time frames. So this 10 may ask me actually if smart money concepts is good in the higher time frames, and I would say yes, smart money concepts is great in the higher time frames. Most people probably would be very consistent just sticking to the higher time frames. Of course, you wouldn't have those 100R whatever R trades that you see on Instagram, because those are the ones that you get from having, like, I don't know, 2 pip, 1 pip stop loss, whatever. But you don't need it. You don't need those 100R, 200R trades to be consistent. If you just have a consistent 1 to 10R with even a 40% strike rate, you're very profitable. So smart money concept works very well on the higher time frames. And you need to understand that the market is fractal. So if you trade with the order flow and market structure, then you're probably profitable. Do you mechanically validate pullbacks with pips? Has this changed with recent volatility? No, I do not. I do not do that way. I actually do it in proportion. This is something that I said on the Patreon not long ago, and I explained on the Patreon, which is, to me, most of it has to be visual. Because let's say that you are saying, okay, for me, a definition of a wick is a candle that retraced maybe 10 pips in the same time frame. let's say the 1 hour time frame. Once the market becomes more volatile, maybe those 10 pips look very, very small. Well, then I wouldn't really trade either way, because a 10 pip wick being small, it's not something that I would personally trade. But to me, is mostly proportional. I don't look at how many pips it is. I don't look at how many pips pullback it is or whatever. I just look at it visually and I see it in proportion, which basically means that it's discretion. Do you use an expert for auto trading, bro? No. The only thing that I use is my management EA, which you can find a link on the Discord. And I also use the MT4 drawdown limiter for my Forex funds funded accounts, so my drawdown is limited and I never breach that rule. So those are the only bots that I use. Nothing like, all the trading is done by myself, and that's how I've found consistency. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one for last because it's a great question. But let's go on to now a little bit more miscellaneous questions. Is it miscellaneous? I don't know. Why do you always shuffle Portugal and Budapest? Schooling? No, this question is probably because the story that I put asking for questions was of Budapest, but I actually said it while I was in Portugal. So I was in Budapest for 3 months, just traveling and trading, just living there for 3 months and trading, and now I'm back in Portugal. I'm back in my parents' house, but I'm taking care of moving away from my parents' house because I think it's time. And yeah, I'm just excited. It's something that I'm working on for a little bit right now. So I'm excited and I will keep you updated. What was first, the egg or the chicken? The egg, because the chicken had to be evolved. Your best J. Cole album? Oh my god, you're putting me on the spot here. I like For Your Eyes Only. That one is a great album. I still listen to all of the albums to this day, to be honest. But I can even go to my Spotify. Like Born Sinner is also a great album. The Off Season, I also like it, but you see a big difference between Born Sinner and the Off Season. But I also really like the Off Season. And then it's like For Your Eyes Only. KOD was also very good. So 2014 Forest Hills Drives, it just has so many great songs in it, great classics. So I really can't say one specific album, even though you're asking me for a specific album. I'll say For Your Eyes Only. Okay, don't you dare dislike the video now. Don't you dare. How do you diversify your money? So my money is diversified into trading, my trading account, stocks, and other businesses. So all the money that I make from prop firms, 85% of it goes into my personal trading account. Then 15% goes to stocks. But I also had already money invested in stocks because when I went to the UK, I decided that the reason I was going to work was to invest. Nothing else. I didn't spend on whatever, like I didn't go out. Everything was invested into stocks. So currently all my money is invested. Basically, I'm maybe 8% cash. Then 90% is in stocks. And my stock portfolio is basically 93% Tesla or even more, and the rest goes to AMD options that I have. I used to have crypto, yes, but I sold Bitcoin at like 50,000, Ethereum like at 4,000, around those numbers, because I was like, okay, the hype is getting way too much. Now I'm waiting for the bear market and I will invest into crypto again. But currently I'm staying away from crypto. I have a lot of stocks. I have my personal trading account. I'm looking into investing in real estate, but for that I need to also open up another business and so on. And I also invest, for example, into YouTube and so on. But yeah, that's how I diversify my money. But most of it goes into my trading account and stocks. So the last question, but not the least, I wanted to leave this one for last. What was your biggest struggle so far in your trading journey? I would say that my biggest problem so far in my trading journey was not comparing myself to others and not being way too impulsive. One leads to another, really. And in the beginning, I found myself comparing myself a lot to any other people. Like, I looked at other people's success and I wanted to be that way, or I wanted success quickly, and I found myself envying other people. I found myself envying other people's success, and that was very deteriorating because then I started trying to rush it. And for example, even though I was consistent in one place, I was like, oh, let me maybe add this new thing, or let me get better percentage. And I would enter in one trade and someone would enter in 2 trades and would bank double the percentage. And I would be like, oh fuck, why did I not enter in that trade? Like, to me, that was very, very deteriorating, because I was always in my head way too stressed, thinking way too much about what other people were doing, and it was just very deteriorating. So comparing myself to others was definitely the biggest one. And the way that I combated that was actually deciding to go on with trading for myself. Like, instead of trying to go from community to community and comparing myself to the mentors or so on, once I became consistent in one community and I started getting those consistent returns, and I saw, okay, I'm looking at the market the way that I want to trade it, and not the way that he's trading it. I wasn't looking at my mentor anymore. Like, I took all the knowledge that I could from him, but then I moved on. And since then, since I noticed that I found my own way of trading, I was like, yeah, like, the envy was gone. So right now, when people tell me that they banked like 20, 30, 50, 60%, which they have, I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, I'm very happy for people's success right now. And I think that came to me as a side effect of becoming more independent and simply maturing also, because I was fucking 18 when I started. So right now, every time I see someone successful, I just cheer them on and I wish them even more success. But yeah, definitely comparison to other people and envy was the biggest struggle that I faced in trading, at least psychologically. And then probably over trading. That was definitely the thing that I struggled with, and I still struggle to this day sometimes. So revenge trading doesn't really happen all that much anymore, but just overall over trading has been a struggle. It isn't that much anymore, because it comes with experience, and it comes from having a consistent trading plan, a trading plan that you've backtested just so much. Like my price action trading plan, I've definitely backtested more than 100 years on it. So yeah, like that's really it. Just honing in on your trading plan, honing in on your strategy, finding out how you want to trade, and yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys were able to take some value from this. Thank you all for 10,000 subscribers. There's a lot still to come for this channel. I really appreciate all of you. This is kind of cliche in a way, but because the title of YouTuber is always very, very weird. But I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I always wanted to have a voice. So I really appreciate all of you that are tuning in and giving me the opportunity to do this. So hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to check all the links in the description if you want to support the channel. And I will see you next week. Peace. Sit. This is my dog. His name is Simba. He loves me, as you can see. Yeah, so he has a very original name, Simba. I believe no other dog is called Simba in the world. I think that's a very rare name, very original. But that's not the only one. And as you can see, he loves me. He always sticks by me, like, absolutely loves me. So this is my other dog. I don't know if you can hear me, man, but he loves me. He also has a very original name, which is Rocky. Very original. We in our family, we like to pick very original names. So we have Rocky, and we have Simba, and we have another one. But yeah, all very original names. I don't want to. Laika. So this is Laika. Actual kind of original name, but not really. She's very calm, she's very beautiful, and yeah, she's afraid of everything. For example, this camera. The fuck do you want, boys? The fuck do you boys want?